Ever feel like you're missing out on the best turn-based JRPG franchises out there? We're ranking the top 10 today, and trust me, number 5 is going to ruffle some feathers. Don't skip ahead, or you might miss something that'll surprise you. Hit like and subscribe if you want more deep dives into gaming. You won't regret it. All right, let's get into it. Why should you play Dungeon Hunter 6? Imagine stepping into a world of epic battles, legendary heroes, and jaw-dropping dungeons. Dungeon Hunter 6 takes the action RPG genre to the next level, with fast-paced combat, stunning visuals, and endless ways to customize your team. Face off against colossal bosses, explore mystical realms, and dominate every challenge that comes your way. And here's the best part. You can download Dungeon Hunter 6 for free on both Android and iOS. Simply click the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen if you're on PC. Plus, don't miss out on your special starter pack worth $50 with my promo code DH7777. You'll unlock 10 mysterious summoning scrolls, 500 diamonds, and 10k gold coins to kickstart your adventure. All right, let's jump to our list. Number 10, SaGa, the Final Fantasy Legend. Square Enix originally sold the SaGa series as the Final Fantasy Legend to grab attention in the West, but it didn't stay in Final Fantasy's shadow for long. SaGa carved out its own reputation with non-linear storytelling and unique mechanics that made each entry feel fresh. If you missed out, remakes like Romancing Saga 2 and Saga Frontier Remastered are solid picks today. They've updated the look, but the gameplay stays true to what made them classics. SaGa isn't for everyone, but for those who like to break away from predictable RPG formulas, it's worth your time. Number 9, Suikoden. If you like collecting party members like Pokémon, Suikoden is your game. This series made a name for itself with huge rosters, over 100 characters to recruit, and tactical, large-scale battles. The combat combines standard turn-based fights with war simulations, giving you plenty of variety. Suikoden 2 is the fan favorite, and if you've never played it, you're seriously missing out. Keep an eye out for Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, a spiritual successor dropping soon that's bringing back that classic Suikoden vibe. Number 8. Paper Mario took the familiar Mario formula and flipped it into turn-based RPG territory. With its papercraft aesthetic and humor-filled dialogue, it's one of the more lighthearted franchises on this list. While Super Mario RPG laid the groundwork, Paper Mario made the style its own. Games like the Thousand-Year Door are still fan favorites, and the remaster coming in 2024 is already getting people excited. If you like puzzles mixed into your RPGs, this series is an easy recommendation. Number 7, Trails: The Legend of Heroes. If you love lore-heavy games, the Trails series is unmatched. Each entry connects to the next, creating a massive interconnected story that builds over time. The world building is dense, but that's part of the charm. Battles focus on strategy, blending turn-based combat with positioning and character-specific abilities. It's not the fastest-paced series, but if you're willing to invest, the payoff is huge. Start with Trails in the Sky, or Trails of Cold Steel. Just be ready to read. A lot. Number 6, Shin Megami Tensei. Before Persona took over, Shin Megami Tensei was already mixing demon summoning with dark storylines. This series leans hard into post-apocalyptic settings and moral choices, giving it a distinct, grittier feel compared to others. The combat is tough, with an emphasis on exploiting weaknesses and fusing demons to stay ahead. Shin Megami Tensei V on Switch is a great entry point if you're curious. Just expect to die. A lot. Number 5, Persona. Speaking of Shin Megami Tensei, Persona spun off from it and ended up outshining the original. Combining dungeon crawling with social sim elements, it's one of the most unique JRPGs out there. Persona 5 took the series to the next level with slick visuals and a killer soundtrack, turning Persona into a mainstream hit. If you haven't tried it, stop what you're doing and play Persona 5 Royal. Seriously, it's that good. Mother Earthbound, Mother, known as EarthBound in the West, breaks away from typical JRPG tropes by dropping you into a modern setting filled with aliens, robots, and psychic kids. It's weird, funny, and unexpectedly emotional. Mother 3 is often talked about as one of the best JRPGs ever, but it never officially released outside Japan. Fans have made translations though, so if you want to play it, you can. Just be ready for some emotional damage. Dragon Quest is JRPG comfort food. It's simple, charming, and never tries to be something it's not. With art by Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama and stories that focus on classic heroes' journey narratives, it's the definition of a traditional JRPG. Dragon Quest's one of the best in the series, and it's a great starting point if you're new. You can't call yourself a JRPG fan until you've at least played one Dragon Quest game. Number 2, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy helped shape the JRPG genre, and while newer entries lean toward action, the older turn-based games are still legendary. Final Fantasy VI and Final Fantasy VII are must-plays, but even Final Fantasy X holds up well today. The franchise constantly evolves, but those early games laid the groundwork for almost every modern JRPG. If you somehow skip them, fix that. Number 1, Pokémon. Love it or hate it, Pokémon is the most successful turn-based JRPG franchise ever. It's simple enough for kids, but deep enough for competitive players, and that formula hasn't changed much since Red and Blue. With each new release, Pokémon manages to stay relevant, even if you sometimes wish they'd mix things up more. Scarlet and Violet sold like crazy, proving Pokémon isn't going anywhere. There you have it, the top 10 turn-based JRPG franchises that shaped gaming. Did your favorite make the cut? Let me know in the comments, and if you made it this far, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.